What's going on, guys? It's Cimoooooooo. So today we're going to do something really fun. We're going to watch the very first deck profile that I posted on this channel 4 years ago. We're going to watch it, we're going to react to it, we're going to cringe to it, but it's going to be a really good time. So I'm going to apologize in advance because I need to wear my headphones like this. My Yeti is mounted, so it's going to look a little bit weird, but overall, I really hope you guys enjoy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. What is that face? It doesn't even look like me anymore. This was only 4 years ago, keep that in mind. Holy shit. Oh my god. Wow. Time really flies, I guess.
What's going on, guys? It's Cimoooooooo here, and
man, that quality.
I bring you a very, very late YCS Las Vegas wrap-up. Now,
YCS Las Vegas wrap-up.
And it was awesome. It was my first YCS ever.
This was my first YCS ever.
Were running some crazy decks because like the meta wasn't really defined yet, and oh man, I had a blast. But
okay, so let's be clear. I say the meta wasn't really defined. I'm pretty sure the meta was like Geargia, Mermail, Fire Fist. I'm pretty sure like hieratic rulers were coming up at this time as well. So the meta was defined. So I don't know if I was using that like loosely, but the meta was definitely defined.
So as you can see, I run Fire Kings. Fire Kings is my archetype.
Fire Kings is my archetype.
I love just generating
not your archetype, my archetype.
And I just love the way the deck works.
The deck is fun. I will give it that.
So triple Garunix. He is your boss monster of the deck.
He's the boss monster.
Beater.
That's important.
When he's destroyed by a card effect, he special summon him on your next or any next standby phase, and then he dark holes the field. He's so good.
Seems pretty good.
Not a lot of decks have answers for him unless it's in their side deck, and people just hate this card. It is
Abyss Dweller is an answer, just saying.
So then we have 3 Yaksha to supplement that. Yaksha is your 1800 beater that helps get Garunix from your hand into the graveyard.
He does get Garunix into the graveyard.
Myriad of other cards in the deck, but that's his main purpose, and he's awesome.
He's awesome.
Triple Barong, he's your searcher of the deck. I was thinking about running 2 because sometimes it's difficult to get him to be destroyed by a card effect to set his effect off.
I was thinking about running 2.
Overall, at the end of the day, he did what he was supposed to do, and I was really happy I ran 3.
We're gonna run the searcher card at 2.
I ran 2 bear. After the tournament, I would now run 1.
I would run 1 bear. Bear was like one of the best cards back then, and I'm gonna go from running 2 to running 1. Okay, maybe I have a logical explanation for this.
2 is too many. Unless I'm playing Geargia, that's the only time I would run 2.
Unless I'm playing Geargia, which this is when I called it Geargia, because I was convinced G-I-A was pronounced Gia, like giant. So that's a whole nother thing. But okay, I guess having 2 bear against Geargia is pretty good, but okay.
He's such a good card, but 2 of them, if you open with 2 bear in your hand, you're not in good shape.
If you open with 2 bear, you're not in good shape.
I would usually side out one of them for a side deck card, so it wasn't that bad. 1 Coach Soldier Wolfbark.
1 Wolfbark. This had to have been when Wolfbark was at 1.
He's amazing. I'm not mad that he was limited.
Okay, he got limited on the most recent list. Okay.
2 and 3 was way too many. There's so many combos you can do with him that just make him ridiculous.
So many combos you can do. What? Wolfbark special a monster, make a rank 4? Woo! Combo!
My tech cards, 2 Fencing Fire Ferret.
2 Fencing Fire Ferret was my tech card. Okay. To be fair, this is actually a pretty decent card, but let's go ahead and hear my reasoning on this.
So many people thought I was playing Geargia because turn 1, I would just set a ferret and then just set some back row. And then so they would go all out, overcommit, and then when they attacked into my, what they thought was Geargia armor, I'd flip up ferret, they would just destroy whatever they had built up, and they were just so salty.
So, for those of you guys who don't know, Fencing Fire Ferret, basically when it's destroyed, you just destroy a monster on the field. Maybe it's just your opponent controls. I don't really know. But, yeah, it's just wrecking their whole board. Like, this isn't like Fossil Dino wrecking their whole board. This is just popping 1 monster, which I guess for maybe that time might have been enough. But, I mean, ooh! Next level.
His effect triggers when he's destroyed by card effect or even by battle, so he's so much synergy with
Ferret does have a lot of synergy with this deck. I will say that.
And then I ran 1 Neospatian
Grand Mole!
I just did a video about out using him as a tech card this format. In testing, he did everything I wanted him to. He's bouncing back Geargia armor. He's bouncing back Linde.
He's bouncing back Geargia armor and Abyss Lind. Okay.
Time. But, you know, it just didn't happen. So, you know, it happens. Sometimes you
This deck has so many normal summons. I don't know how, like, I fit Grand Mole in here.
Triple Onslaught of the Fire.
Oh, this card's pretty busted.
This is the card that makes this deck broken. You can special summon nearly every card in every monster in your deck with this card.
Even Grand Mole?
90% of the time you go for Garunix.
This card is actually
busted. If you
busted.
open with this turn 1, if you open with more than one of these turn 1, you're like guaranteed to win. But it's
guaranteed to win!
Amazing. Like, I don't know how it hasn't even been semi-limited, but this card is fantastic.
Well, this is obviously before I hated the semi-limited list.
Circle of the Fire King. This card is another broken card because a lot of people were running Fiendish Chain.
Fiendish
doesn't care about Fiendish Chain. It gives no fucks because if they Fiendish Chain your Garunix, say, for example, all you do is just circle the Fire King's Garunix, special summon something else, and then Garunix got destroyed by your circle, so then he comes back on your next standby phase, or on the next.
To be fair, that's a pretty good way to play around Fiendish Chain. Not gonna lie.
So, yeah, this Circle the Fire Kings is incredible.
And then Garunix just nukes the board. That's pretty cool.
We have 3 Fire Formation Tanky.
Gold rare.
Searcher. You're generally gonna go for Yaksha when you use this card because you want to ensure you have a way to get Garunix out of your hand. But there are
not Bear. We're going for Yaksha first.
That's mainly its purpose. It also bumps Barong and Yaksha up to 1900, which is really good. Just solid card.
Yeah, it can crash with Geargia armor then.
Triple Upstart Goblin.
Okay, to be fair, at least I knew to play triple Upstart in this deck, considering this is 2014. Like, that's actually, you know, I don't think... considering, like, where Upstart was in a lot of people's minds, I think that was, like, for me at that time, I don't think I would have thought that that was that good. So I'm actually proud of myself in this instance.
If my opponent has 12,000 life points, because if
12,000! 3 Upstarts equals 12,000. Quick maths.
Deck works, so speed is everything. Only 2 MST. In retrospect, I would run 3.
Wow, good for me. I ran 2, but I said I would run 3, because apparently I didn't want to see it sometimes, but not all the time.
Did not expect the amount of back row that I anticipated, so these definitely put in their work. I side decked the 3rd MST, so...
Oh, I side decked the 3rd, that's pretty good.
I was siding that in, but yeah, I've definitely run 3 in the future. These are both Pot of Duality.
Wait. Why did I not have Pot of Dualities? This card was like... This wasn't just like the secret rare at the time, so... Who was I? I don't even know who I was borrowing Dualities from, but... Okay.
Do not have Pot of Duality at the moment, so my friend let me borrow his. I was happy with 2. 3, I thought would have been far too many. And generally, you're normal summoning with this deck. So special summoning, you don't. That doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's fair.
But there was a few times I would actually Duality into Duality, only running 2. So
oh, Duality into Duality. It's like Desires into Desires.
The 1-ofs, 1 Lance.
1 Lance! 1 Lance, okay.
Funny thing about this, the whole purpose of this was to protect Garunix from cards like Bottomless or Deep Prison. Anything that would just make Garunix dead in the graveyard. Every time I would set this, it would either get MST'd or just like, it would get destroyed by something and I would never get a chance to use it. So,
well, you know, if you played more than 1 fucking Lance, maybe you would have seen it more.
1 Rekindling.
Oh, this card's busted.
You have 6 Rekindling targets in this deck. Triple Yaksha and Triple Barong. This is the
Soul Charge for free
deck. It is just... You know, I drew into this late game one time. I Rekindling for 4, and the guy just scooped because, like, Rekindling's Rekindling. It doesn't matter if it's at 1.
Seems pretty good.
I liked 1 along, like, with Wolfbark. I only preferred 1 of each of them. So, again, the ban list didn't even really affect my build. 1 Book of Moon. This card is such a good offensive and defensive spell.
Yes, it is. Best neg 1 in the game.
Exceed plays with this once they committed. One time, I special summoned Garunix. He bottomless, and then I Book of Moon my own Garunix, and he had no way of getting over Garunix. So my Garunix stayed alive and avoided the bottomless. It was awesome.
Does that work?
And finally, 1 Dark Hole.
That's pretty next level.
Like I said, every monster in your deck generally gains you advantage when it's destroyed by a card effect. So there's no reason not to run a Dark Hole.
Man, this is before we had
you
Regeki
can
back
Dark Hole your
too.
own
That's
Garunix,
crazy.
and it doesn't even matter. For the traps, quickly Call the Haunted, Torrential, Solemn, Compulse, and that is a bottomless. Only 5 traps. I was really happy with them. That's all I really needed.
That's all I really needed,
That's
apparently.
A card deck. Moving quickly into the side deck.
Those all might have still been at 1 at the time.
Fossil Dyna. I am so happy.
Fossil Dyna!
I would side this in against Geargia. I was really ready for Mermail and stuff too, but I sided in against Hieratic. Such a good card. It can backfire if Garunix is live and I play this.
No
shit!
shit!
So it was definitely a good choice. 1 Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys. Nephthys.
Sacred
This is
Phoenix
the
of
side out for one of the
Nephthys.
Garunixes I run in case I ran into Burn or just...
If I
anything
run
super
into
backrow
they're just
heavy.
gonna chain all the
I
fucking
never
burn
sided it,
cards, you
unfortunately,
dumbass.
but I figured it was a really good option against Burn because they really wouldn't have anything to do against this card, so I was happy I sided it.
I guess against back row
And
decks,
for the monsters,
fine.
1 DD Crow. This is for the mirror match.
1 DD
This
Crow
is
for the
one way
mirror
to
match.
wreck this deck is if you can DD Crow.
Okay, to be fair, Fire Kings was actually like the rogue, like a roguish anti-meta pick. I think it actually got one top slot at this YCS, so it wasn't like unrealistic that this deck could top. But like, I like how I just have like the 1 Crow in case I happen to play the other like Fire King player in the room out of 1,000 people. That's just hilarious.
DD Crow their Garunix. It was for the mirror match. I actually sided this in against Bujins once, and I went for game.
Against
and I DD Crow'd
Bujins?
their hair when they had no cards in hand, so their Yamato was just dead. It was pretty awesome.
That's not bad.
The third MST.
Third
like
MST,
I
should have
said,
mained
I
it.
Main decked it. Triple Imperial Iron Wall.
Triple Iron Wall. Holy
This
shit.
was for hieratic, mythic rulers, really just everything that banishes. This is also a good counter side pick because
It's a good counter side
usually
pick.
people side in debunk or like I said, DD Crow,
Debunk.
anything
Oh
like
my
that.
god, I
You
remember
side
that
in
was a
Imperial
thing.
Iron Wall. Oh my god, it just wrecks their day because
It's actually not
they
bad
kill
though,
Garunix,
because
and
like
then
it prevents
debunk you
Garunix
can
from
just
getting
flip Iron
banished.
Wall,
Okay,
and
I
then
could see it.
debunk is useless. So
Stops
It's a
bottomless,
good
stops
card.
deprison. Okay, alright.
double light imprisoning mirror.
Oh my god, light
Bujins,
imprisoning.
Hieratics, this card put in work, and I drew it every time I needed it. It was
Every time I needed it,
fantastic.
even though I only played 2.
Double shadow imprisoning.
And
mirror.
shadow imprisoning.
Luckily, it wasn't an issue. Destiny Hero decks. I never needed it, but it was there. in
Destiny
case I-
Hero?
Double skill drain. I cited this
Double
mainly
skill
against
drain.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Okay, this is
because
before it got
just totally
limited.
wrecks their deck. I didn't main deck this because a lot of like hieratic rulers and stuff run skill drain in the main deck, so I figured there's no point to main it because they're gonna have it anyway. Because
So wait, so my logic for not running skill drain is relying on my opponent to run skill drain.
every
Sound
time
logic.
deck triggers in the graveyard. It benefited me in the long run if they ran it and I didn't.
And then if they don't run it, I don't get to see it.
One Eradicator Epidemic.
Eradicate? What? Why am I running Eradicator?
This card will wreck Prophecy, it will wreck Burn, anything
Prophecy
that's super spell
and
trap heavy,
Burn.
This card will wreck it. Since I run nearly all level 4s, you just go into Crazy Box.
Crazy
Flip
Box!
it, and you pretty much win.
That's next
This
level.
Tiger King, you run all Beast Warriors, you can get 10
Really? You run all
he's
Beast
just- he's
Warriors,
awesome.
except Grand Mole.
Kagasuchi. Kagasuchi is such a troll because you can
It's a
go
troll.
Garunix and Kagasuchi, and if say your Garunix gets destroyed by like say you onslaughted for him,
That's
he
pretty.
comes
That's
back,
pretty
you
good
just
actually. If you want to get a
detach
lot of
Kagasuchi,
damage on
and
board,
you have
that's
a
pretty good.
27 and a 2500 beater on board. It's so funny.
So funny,
Diamond
haha.
Your deck is nearly all Beast, Beast Warrior, and Winged Beast.
Yeah, the synergy with
So,
Diamond Dyer was pretty
Diamond
good.
Dyer
So you could
has
like
all
pop your own
targets
Yaksha
you have to
and
target
stuff.
himself.
I,
I
okay.
made him a couple times. He came in clutch. Gaga Cowboy.
Cowboy.
I went for game with Cowboy 3 times, and Cowboy is just amazing. Like, if you don't run him in a rank 4, in a level 4 deck, like, you need to start. He wins games.
You need to start if you're not.
Gemknight Pearl.
Gemknight Pearl.
This is a Lavable Chain. Again, my friend let me borrow. The idea I had behind this, and I actually got to happen once. I made Lavable Chain. I would send Garunix to the graveyard, and then I would circle the Fire Kings, the Lavable Chain for Garunix.
That's a pretty
So
good
it's
play,
like
actually.
Easy, like almost Foolish Burial, 1-turn Garunix.
Because it makes your
I
Garunix
did it
live.
once,
Okay,
it was
I'm okay
awesome,
with that.
But, you know, it was... Lavable Chain, just Lavable Chain. Since it's fire, it has a lot of synergy.
How are
with the
you
deck,
making
so
that,
I
like,
was happy my
turn
friend
1,
let me
though?
borrow.
Like, if you could do that turn 1, okay.
One Mace Stroke. Mace Stroke's Mace Stroke. I used it
Mace
a couple
Stroke's
times,
Mace Stroke.
but I can't really think of anything, like, awesome that
Man.
I did with him.
How time has
He's a good
passed,
card.
Maystroke was like meta.
Black Ship. This was for Bujins.
Black Ship for
Rex
Bujins.
Yamato, basically. If they don't put Turtle in the grave, you're gonna have an easy time with Bujins. Yeah,
It's
Black Ship
partially
is
true.
awesome.
It's not like I'm turboing out
One
rank
of
4s
Crazy
in this
Box,
deck.
like
Oh, there's
one
Crazy
for
Box.
the Eradicator play. That's the only
For the
reason I wanted to
Eradicator
sack
play.
one game with him, where it was game 3, and we almost went into time, but I didn't since I had the life lead. I didn't want to risk that. Double Honor Arc.
Honor Arc.
This
Okay,
is
okay.
so
Before we
good.
get into this, you guys have to realize for this event, Honor Arc was still like $50 to $60. So that was actually pretty, like, just ridiculous.
It is insane because they think they get rid of your one Honor Arc, and you go into a second one. it is just, it's
That was
stupid
actually
because
just,
it
yeah.
comes totally out of
Honor
left
arc
field.
for
They do not
honor arc.
expect
Yeah,
you
like
to
running
run
2
through.
honor arcs was actually
Oh,
pretty
I would
good.
not have it any other way. 2 honor arc is perfect. And to wrap it all up, Steel Swarm Roach. This was for Hieratics. Though one time I played Hieratics, every time I could have made Roach, I had to go into a different play, otherwise I would have lost. So
Otherwise, I would have
that's
lost.
that.
Maybe that's
And
because you were playing this
quickly
deck.
Wrap things up. Let me talk about my matchups. Game 1 was Hieratics, which I lost 0-2. I got OTK'd turn 3 the first
Really?
game.
You got
Game 2 was
OTK'd?
Raccoons.
Raccoons!
And just screwed me because I was totally not
Just
prepared for
screwed
Raccoons,
me.
and I drew horribly during Raccoons. So game 3 was Gear Geas. I 2-0'd Gear Geas.
2-0 Gear
This deck
Gia.
is really good against Gear Geas. Game 4 was pure,
Yeah, this deck actually had like a decent Gear Gear matchup. That's why I think I played it.
pure Dragoonity, which I thought was really odd since Ravine is banned.
Ravine was banned, and I played
trode
pure
him.
Dragoonity.
5th game was Bai. 6th game was Boojins, which I lost in time.
A Bai
I
and a
made
Boojin
the
player.
dumbest
Okay.
play in game 3 in time, and it cost me. Turn 4, I summoned a monster, and he bottomless, and all he had was a Crane, and he attacked me with Crane to get the life lead, and I lost. I was so discouraged, because if I would have just set, I would have won.
That
Round
sucks.
7 was another bye. Round 8 was Gear Geas.
How did I get 2 buys? What are the odds of that?
Which was a draw. But yeah, you know, it was an awesome time. I would totally do it again.
Totally do it again. Well, apparently I did do it again several other times later, and I also decided to grow a beard and correct my eyesight at the same time. So, thank you, Babyface Cimo, and thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. So guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Be sure to like the video as always. Subscribe to the channel for more amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content, and if you found this video entertaining, consider backing me on Patreon, because just by pledging only $1 a month, you're investing in my ability to continue bringing you amazing Yu-Gi-Oh content. So thanks so much again, and we'll see you next time.